This week on Lemon's Car Spotting.
This is Lemon's Car Spotting. We find pictures that you put on the internet and talk about them. Let's do it.
Succinct introduction. Oh, whoa. Here's the thing about hearse people is they're weird. The kind of person who wants a hearse is not going to typically be a normal person. This one has been turned into an art car. I feel like most of them end up either being art cars or Halloween props. Maybe this one's both. I don't know. Cats painted on it. Maybe it is like a vet clinic promotional item or just a cat lady. I don't know. Wherever it is, it's in a downtown area with a cool theater in the background. It's a good spot from MSF 196. Must be a Cadillac. I couldn't tell you what era. 80s, 60s. It's General Motors. It all kind of looks the same. So there it is. Maybe it was an ambulance. If you know, tell me in the comments which commercial GM chassis this is. But there it is.
Yeah, to your first point, hearse people are totally weird in a generally delightful way, save for the occasional one that could be a serial killer. I'd much rather spend an evening with a hearse person than, a Nissan Murano person. These are a normal punching bag. I also don't know where this is. One of the likes on the original post was Corvallis Car Spotting. I don't know if that has any tie to the original poster, but if it's Oregon, that would check out, I will say.
Yeah. Keep it weird in that.
Yeah. Oh, man, look at that. Stretch Comanche. Actually, there's a couple of things going on here. Okay, first of all, it's obviously a stretch Comanche. Second of all, this is and XJ people I am sure are going to get all over me, but this is the facelift XJ front end that they never put on the Comanche. Like, the earlier Comanche more or less shares what the XJ Cherokee was at that time. So, the 86 or whatever year it was. But by the time the XJ got into, 2001 or whatever absurdly late production date it made it to, the Comanche was long dead by that point. So the Comanche never got this sweet arrow front end. Our neighbor over there at the former Lemons HQ in Emeryville had this grand plan of making this, and it involved, not just a grill and fender and hood swap, but like cutting the two cars in half and gluing them together for some reason. He was a bit of a mad scientist. I will say, whatever mad scientist created this did a fantastic job. I mean, this thing looks factory. Like, if you came up and told me that, those were rare, they sold them in the Guatemalan market, I would totally believe you. And maybe that's the case. I don't know.
Yeah, the execution is pretty much flawless on this. 4-door. I don't know if they just slapped a second cab or if that is a Cherokee door. I don't know. It's really well done. The wheel choice, pretty tight. What is not tight is the turning radius on this thing.
Indeed. Yeah. Although, what do you want to bet that somehow this thing is shorter than a modern crew cab Tacoma somehow?
Yeah, that's probably true. Person clearly has a type, as there is another one parked in the driveway.
When you're a Comanche enthusiast.
Yeah. Ooh, a twofer. Oh, baby. An early Shadow, or maybe a Lancer even. The 80s Dodge Lancer, should clarify, not the Mitsubishi one. Yeah. And I guess that's probably a late Ford Pinto, like a late 79, 80, somewhere in there. Again, there are people who know more about these things in the comments. Tell me about it. But what a pair. I mean, just magnificent. Geez. If it's a Shadow, it probably is a V6, or it has the same four-cylinder they put in every car for 15 years. The clear coat faded on the Shadow is incredible. Like, the clear coat's completely gone, and then the paint has started to go away down to primer. The Pinto looks kind of like every Pinto I've seen not at a Lemons race. I don't know what else you say about it. That's 2 IOE contenders in one yard right there.
Yeah, and to your point about the Dodge Lancer, I was taking an online quiz the other day, and it was like, name the manufacturer of these model names, and one of them was Lancer, and I was like, I know what they're asking for, but I'm just going to see if they'll accept this other answer.
Yeah.
They did not. Nobody remembers the Dodge Lancer.
Well, there was even like a Lancer in the 60s.
Yeah, it's got a long Mopar history for sure. Yeah. But of course, it's less famous than the short-lived and breakdown-prone Mitsubishi version. So just that should tell you something. Oh, man. God, I'm getting all the good trucks today. Yeah. This is it's international. Is it a Scout 2? Like the later? I don't know my Scouts. Actually, no, the later Scouts had square headlights. But this doesn't look super early either. Anyway, I'm burying the lead because this thing's got side pipes. And, when you're just trying to show off the industrial roots of your 345 International Harvester V8, what better way to do it than the limited muffling power of a set of late pipes?
Man, this thing rules. Again, from the classic American school of design, wherein you bend a sheet of paper twice and say, this is the design. Which, I mean, coming from a tractor manufacturer kind of makes sense. Highly utilitarian, barely has any complex curves anywhere on it. I think the most curved part might be the C-pillar.
Yeah, it's got a slight BMW Hofmeister kink. I'm sure that's what they were going for.
Yeah. Oh, man. We had a Hofmeister kink team in the 24 Hours of Lemons many years ago. Quality. Many
double entendre possibilities there.
Slam dunk.
Speaking of themes,
everything here is good. And this is the thing about the 24 Hours of Lemons is theming is not hard. I mean, this is, I don't know, a coat of paint and one clever pun and some big ass tires, and suddenly you have one of the greatest cars that's ever been on Lemon's Car Spotting.
The only critique I have is that the great pun of Whoop DeVille is clearly presented on a sedan DeVille. I mean, you were so close to really selling the whole deal.
Well, I mean, it could be that there's the coupe and the whoop, and you got more room for the whoop when you got 4 doors. So
fair point. I think we've actually created a third category of Cadillac that is neither sedan nor coupe.
I think,
amazing. Are those Hummer H2 wheels?
Looks kind
well done.
Yeah, TDI Source spotting this in my neck of the woods. Well done, Alan, captain of TDI Source Racing. Please tell me where this is, because I need to see this thing in person.
We need to invite this guy to a Lemons race. 2 free spectator passes for Autobahn 2023 if you reach out to us and you're the owner of this car.
Yep.
All right, last car for the week. Oh, man, I'm stepping on Eric's territory with this one. This is I'm just going to read it because I wouldn't have known otherwise. The 1991 Oldsmobile Cutlass Calais Quad 442 W41. Eat your heart out, E30 M3, because this has all of the ingredients plus more names plus the class of an Oldsmobile. So, it's an incredible vehicle. It's incredibly preserved. This is from Compact Spots. I don't know where this is located. This is cars like this that survive in this condition. There's the Venn diagram of where these cars sold, Illinois.
Yep.
Then there's the Venn diagram section of where they survived, California. There's no intersection. Yeah. So I don't understand how somebody bought this and preserved it.
Man, this is one of the greatest, oh my God, this car is the greatest car because it was built to be a race car, which is hilarious.
It's a homologation special. I'm saying.
Yeah. One of whatever. Whatever the minimum number to be built to be able to race an IMSA Firehawk, whatever. Good Lord. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's a quad 4 Oldsmobile. How good could it really be? And I swear to God, put a cage in one of these and bring it to a 24 hours of Lemons race, and you will find out that it no doubt is a BMW beater. So, moving on to the Hooptiest, which is my pick this week. As much as I love this, even in pristine condition, it is still an Oldsmobile. I'm going to go with the obvious twofer of the Dodge Lancer ES or Shadow or whatever it is, Ford Pinto. I mean, you see this happening on the street. Well, I don't know if you knock on the door. There's a good chance you might have a firearm in your face. But anyway, you knock on the door and you say, boy, I would like to buy one of these cars. I have $500 for you right now. I will drive the car away and it will no longer be your problem. Put a cage in it. But as they sit, this is the neighborhood eyesore, which is spectacular.
Don't disagree with that. I'm going to go away from your recommendation of just putting a cage in the Cutlass Calais, which is not a bad suggestion. That one is just really nice. I mean, bring it on a Lemons rally. I want to see, well, I wouldn't mind seeing the International Scout, but I want to see the Whoop DeVille in Lemons. I mean, come on. We've had a couple of cars race on off-road tires and suspension in Lemons, and I wouldn't say that it works well, but I also wouldn't say that those teams have come in last. And I think that they've gotten much more recognition than cars that have, grip or lap times. So I would say, bring this, or like Eric said, it doesn't take much to theme a Lemons car. Come up with a funny pun and make it into a car. I mean, that's how the whole series got started. So it just really isn't that hard.
Yep, there it is. The Whoop DeVille is tailor-made for this. Don't know what else to say. Mint. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching Lemons Car Spotting.
For a second, I thought it was a Juggalo reference, but I think it's a jumping reference, which is even better.
Still, whoop whoop.